Hello, it's me, Jennifer from Medicine Flower Herbs, and I'm here today to talk to you about allergies. I know that allergies can be a very uh, debilitating problem for a lot of people, um, and it can take up a lot of your time and energy just trying to battle this issue. And I think a lot of people at this point know or probably understand that allergies, a lot of it has to do with our immune systems. So we do have to try to build our immune systems up with healthy eating, um, the standard fruits and veggies and all of that kind of stuff, pumping up with the vitamin C and stuff like that, zinc, making sure we're getting plenty of vitamin D as well. We know that that also plays a role in the immune system. So there's a lot of things that we can do to help. But when you're kind of in the crisis mode, a lot of times we're having to take a lot of the drugs, sometimes steroid type drugs that we're not really wanting to. And so today we're going to talk about some alternatives, which, depending on the level that you are, could be really, really helpful. It could be maybe something that you incorporate on a daily basis to, as use it more as a preventative. Like I said, if you're in the acute mode, it's going to have to be something that is taken throughout the day, many times. And again, it depends on where you are. Everything is pretty much relative. So, if it's complete crisis, of course, and you're having trouble breathing, anytime your breathing is impaired, it's it is always recommended that you seek medical attention. So, if you're in that you've gotten to that point, or your alternatives are not working for you, then of course that's when you have to turn to Western meds. But this can be used. You can try this and see if this is something that's helpful. But I'm going to be making a anti-allergy blend today, okay? So I am pulling herbs and picking herbs that are standard for battling allergies. So let's look at some of these herbs that I've got here, and we're going to talk about them a little bit. So the first one that you've probably heard of and you probably know a lot about, or maybe you haven't, I don't know, but I know I hear this a lot, is nettles. You might have even heard some of the old timers talk about nettle tea. That is kind of the standard go-to herb for allergies. So we're definitely going to have that in our allergy blend today. So we're going to be using nettles. That's one of the things that we're going to do. So the first one, like I said, we got nettle. The second one that, again, you may or may not heard of, okay? And a lot of people have a misconception about this herb, okay? This herb is called goldenrod. Goldenrod. Now, I picked this myself, okay? I wildcrafted it. And a lot of times people say, oh, goldenrod, that causes allergies. No, actually, it doesn't cause allergies. Goldenrod is like actually a companion herb to ragweed, which does cause the majority of the allergies. So you've got ragweed growing, and usually around by ragweed you will have goldenrod. You will have goldenrod growing. Goldenrod is like a companion herb to that. So one of the things they teach you in herbalism is that a lot of times, let's say you have a poisonous herb, a lot of times the antidote will be close by. So if you have an herb that causes issues, a lot of times the herb that will solve those issues is close by. So that's the case with goldenrod. So goldenrod doesn't actually cause the allergies, it actually will help the allergies. All right, so that is another one of the primary herbs that we're going to be using. And then the third one is catnip. Now, catnip has a lot of different functions. It does a lot of different things, and the most common people think of is, oh, that's what you use for your cats. Well, yes, cats do love catnip. Don't get me wrong. But it has a lot of uses for humans as well. So, catnip is a favorite children's herb. If your child has a fever or is sick, catnip is a go-to. It's very gentle, it's beloved, and it will help bring a fever down, and it, in general, just will boost the child. And the other thing that it also helps is with coughing. It also will help with allergies. A lot of times you get the allergy cough, okay? So any kind of, that post-nasal kind of thing, all that stuff going on, it's going to soothe all of that, okay? So catnip is another great herb. So I've chosen those to be my three in the triangle. Stimulant that I've chosen is yarrow, which also has a lot of other amazing properties, especially for cold and flu. So again, you get multiple properties with some of these herbs, which is what is so fabulous about them. Now, the other secondary herb that you're going to use to support your primaries that you've chosen is what's called a demulcent, and that means to coat, to soothe, okay? So when you're taking these herbs, you want everything to be kind of coated and soothed, and all the tissues that are inflamed to calm down, okay? So the one I have chosen is slippery elm. Again, this is kind of a go-to. You have to be careful though. You want to make sure that when you are purchasing slippery elm, that you're purchasing it from a business that is known for safe harvesting practices, because slippery elm is one of those that is in danger and it is over harvested. So you want to make sure you are purchasing from a good, ethical company. Okay. So we're going to get started. First thing I'm going to do, I've got my bowl here, and I'm going to start adding the herbs in at this point. Okay. And I'm going to stop it here, and I will pick it back up and show you what I've done. See you in a bit. Okay, so this is the finished product. You can see here's the nettles, slippery elm, catnip, yarrow, and the goldenrod. So you can see now the final product of the combination of herbs that we put together. And this is our anti-allergy blend. So you can see I have plenty of this made up. If anybody's interested, please let me know. You can send me an email. You can DM me, whatever your preferred method is, and let me know that that's something that you're interested in. So I hope you have enjoyed this installment of the latest in my little series of videos of medicine flower herbs. Thank you. Bye-bye.